let's go ahead and get into the reading and take a deep breath together. And I just ask that we're grounded, present, and open to receive messages. So we got the new moon coming up, and we got a Scorpio stellium. We got Mercury coming back into Scorpio. It's still in Sagittarius. The Sun, Venus, and it's all opposing Uranus, retrograding back into Taurus. So this is kind of like, for me, this last, ability to really dive into the depths of everything. And now it's like, it's coming out. It's coming out in ways that are unique, rebellious, and just not our typical way of doing this. But this has been something that we've been in because Uranus has been in Taurus for some time. So moving back to it, it's kind of like, all right, this is familiar. I know how to move forward with this, but still unexpected. And so as like I was saying, we're deep into whatever is needing to come out and transform. This is a sense of aliveness. This is feeling the transformation, the rebirth, and being able to move forward. So let's go ahead and pull 2 cards. I wasn't gonna quite call this an astrology reading, just kind of keeping it general, but this astrology is pretty significant right now. So 2 cards to open up. Page of Wands, the Lovers. Be open to what feels unique, harmonious, tapping in and trying to keep things light. I think there may be a sense of trying to be maybe diplomatic or keeping the peace, but that might not always be possible in this very intense energy. And I think it's also talking about how the immaturity that we're experiencing, in a sense, can try to throw us out of balance, and it may have us leaning towards a certain way. But if you go back to what feels good, what makes you feel passionate, what's that inner child voice kind of asking you to work through in these difficult situations that are coming up. And I think, we're dealing with Scorpio energy, a lot of Scorpio energy. So as we go back and look into our childhoods, our younger lives, past lives, just things that we've experienced in our past, and how it's deeply impacted our way that we like reparent ourselves, in a sense. So go ahead and get 2 more cards. Dropping cards like crazy. 5 of Swords came out. So I mean, that to me, it just kind of speaks to the intensity mentally that a lot of this is bringing up, and the conflict. So 2 more cards. Ace of Cups and Death. What a surprise, right? This is how we're going to be living for a couple decades. I can't say for sure how long Pluto is going to be in Aquarius as we keep moving forward. But this is all for renewal. This is all for our sense of emotional fulfillment and safety and security, in a sense. So just keep moving through this process, allowing what is being unearthed to become unearthed. Breathing, listening to your body. I think really paying attention to the cues in your body could really be an indicator for what's going on emotionally around you. And even noticing, like, when you're around certain environments, certain groups, what is coming up for you more, and what feels more stable. So 2 cards to go ahead and close out this reading. Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and Devil's at the bottom of the deck. The things that you indulged with before maybe felt like had control over you, it's your time to rebuild. total remodel, reconstruction, and it depends on what phase you're in. But I feel like with the devil coming up, there's also a sense of not being afraid to pursue your emotional happiness and new beginnings. I think if you're making like a decision to move states, cities, across the town, uh, this could be like a new job situation, something very new, big, and it's stressful, and it's easy to revert back to your coping mechanisms when you're stressful with the devil card. But just keep in tune with, again, your emotional body, all this new energy that's coming in as you've like done a flush of what's heavy. And maybe you've already had like these difficult conversations or these difficult realizations come up, and maybe you haven't. But I think as we move into the Scorpio new moon and all the opposite opposing energy of Taurus, it's gonna come up. And maybe in a couple days, it may have been a couple days ago, but just be patient with yourself and make sure that you can separate and process and integrate everything that's come up for you and around everybody. It's a good time to check in with people that are close to you, that can understand these kind of transformations and possibly going through it in their own way too. I think if there's more than anything, if there's anything that you've been trying to keep hidden, the push to bring it out is ultimately there. All right, so much love.